You pack your blood pressure pills the way you always do, tucked into your suitcase right next to your clothes, ready for the trip you have been dreaming about. You have taken them faithfully for years, so you do not give it a second thought. But here is what almost nobody tells you. There is something about traveling with blood pressure medication, and especially with one very common type, that can quietly turn a dream vacation into a frightening health moment, a lost bag emergency far from home, or a dizzy spell on a hot beach with no doctor in sight. None of it is meant to scare you out of going. It is meant to make sure you go prepared. So today, exactly what every Black traveler over 50 needs to know before packing a single pill. Now let me say something important right at the start, because your health is not something I take lightly. I am not a doctor, and nothing in this video is medical advice for you personally. This is general travel education to help you ask the right questions. Every single decision about your medication belongs to you, your doctor, and your pharmacist. And the most important step you will take before any trip is a simple conversation with them. And please hear this clearly. Never stop, skip, or change your blood pressure medication because of travel. Those pills are keeping you safe, and the goal today is to help you travel with them wisely, not to second guess them. With that understood, let us make you the most prepared traveler at the airport. This matters especially for us, and I want to be honest about why. High blood pressure is something so many in our community over 50 live with and manage every day. That means a huge number of us travel with these medications, and yet hardly anyone talks about how to do it safely on the road. So consider this the conversation nobody had with you, from someone who wants you to see the world and stay healthy while you do it. Let us start with the single most important rule, the one that prevents a true emergency. Never, ever pack your blood pressure medication in your checked luggage. Your pills belong in your carry-on bag, the one that stays with you every time. Here is why this is not negotiable. Checked bags get lost, delayed, and sent to the wrong city all the time. And if your suitcase disappears, so does your medication, leaving you stranded somewhere without the pills you depend on. On top of that, the cargo hold, where checked bags ride, can swing to extreme temperatures, freezing cold, or baking hot. And those extremes can damage medication and make it less effective. Your carry-on stays in the cabin with you at a safe temperature under your control. So whatever else goes where, your medication rides with you in the cabin. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember that one rule, because it has saved many travelers from a real crisis. The second rule is about how you carry those pills. Keep your medication in its original prescription bottle, the one with the pharmacy label that has your name and the medication on it. I know the temptation. Those little daily pill organizers are so convenient, and you may still use one for the trip itself. But you also want the original labeled bottles with you for several reasons. Security and customs officers may want to see that the medication matches you, and the label with your name is your proof. Some countries actually require medications to be in their original labeled containers. And if you ever need help from a doctor or pharmacist while traveling, that label tells them exactly what you take. So bring the original bottles. If you like your organizer, carry both. The organizer for daily ease, and the labeled bottles as your official backup. The third rule is one of the smartest things a traveler can do. Always pack more medication than the length of your trip. Bring extra days worth, a cushion in case your return flight is delayed, your trip gets extended, or something simply goes wrong. Travel does not always go to plan, and being stuck an extra 3 days is a minor annoyance, unless you run out of a medication you need every day, and then it becomes serious. Many seasoned travelers go a step further and split their supply, keeping most of it in their carry-on and a small backup stash in a separate bag, so that even in the worst case, they are never completely without. Pack extra, split it up, and you have built yourself a safety net. If this is the kind of careful, caring travel guidance you wish someone had given you years ago, take one moment and subscribe, because now we get to the heart of it, the one type of blood pressure medication that needs extra thought before a hot, sunny trip. Here is the part the title promised, and it is genuinely important. Many people manage their blood pressure with a type of medication often called a water pill, known to doctors as a diuretic. It works by helping your body release extra fluid. It is one of the most common blood pressure medications there is, which is exactly why this matters to so many of us. If this is the kind of medication you take, and your pharmacist can tell you in a moment whether it is, there are 3 things you want to be aware of before a warm weather vacation. The first is sun sensitivity. Some of these medications can make your skin more sensitive to the sun, meaning you can burn faster and more severely than you normally would. So on a sunny beach trip, you protect yourself more carefully than ever with a good hat, protective clothing, sunscreen, and shade during the strongest hours of the day. The second is hydration. Because a water pill helps your body shed fluid, and because hot climates and long flights already dry you out, you can become dehydrated more easily. So you drink water steadily and deliberately, more than you think you need, and you go easy on the alcohol and the caffeine that dry you out further. The third, and the one to take most seriously, is dizziness. Heat naturally relaxes your blood vessels and can lower your blood pressure, and when you combine that with a water pill and some dehydration, you can feel lightheaded or even faint, especially when you stand up quickly. This is more common in older adults, so it is worth knowing. The simple protections are to rise slowly when you stand, stay in the shade and the cool when you can, keep that water close, and if you ever feel dizzy, faint, or unwell, sit or lie down, cool off, and get medical help if it does not pass. None of this means you cannot enjoy a tropical paradise. It simply means you enjoy it like a prepared traveler, hydrated, sun-protected, and moving at an easy pace. And before you go, this is the perfect thing to ask your doctor or pharmacist about, whether your specific medication carries any of these effects and what they recommend for your trip. The next thing to plan is your schedule, because crossing time zones can scramble your dosing. If you take your medication at a set time each day, flying across several time zones moves the clock under your feet, and suddenly, your usual time is the middle of the night, or your 2 doses bunch up too close together. This is another wonderful question for your doctor or pharmacist before you leave. Ask them exactly how to handle your doses when the time changes, whether to shift gradually, whether to stay on your home schedule, or how to adjust. Many travelers keep their phone or a watch set to home time for the first day, just to stay oriented, and set gentle alarms so a dose is never forgotten in the excitement of travel. The point is simple. Decide your time zone plan with a professional before you fly, not in a foggy, jet-lagged moment at your destination. Now, let us talk about traveling abroad with your medication, because other countries have their own rules. First, your medication may go by a completely different brand name in another country. So if you ever needed a refill there, the local pharmacist would need to know the actual drug, which is one more reason to carry those labeled bottles and to write down the generic name of what you take. Second, and this surprises people, certain medications that are perfectly ordinary here are restricted or even banned in some countries. Blood pressure pills are usually fine, but it's always wise to check the rules of your destination, especially if you take other medications too. like certain pain, anxiety, or sleep medicines, which are the ones most often restricted. A quick way to protect yourself is to carry a letter from your doctor listing your conditions and your medications, along with copies of your prescriptions. That letter can smooth over any question at a border and helps any doctor abroad understand your care. And before a big international trip, look into travel insurance and find out how you would get medical help or a refill at your destination, just so you know your options before you ever need them. So let us gather it all into a simple plan you can follow every single time. Before your trip, talk to your doctor and pharmacist, the most important step of all, and ask about sun sensitivity, hydration, dizziness, and your time zone dosing. Pack all of your medication in your carry-on, never in your checked bag. Keep it in the original labeled bottles. Bring extra beyond the length of your trip, and split a backup into a separate bag. If you take a water pill, plan for the heat with water, sun protection, and an easy pace, rising slowly. Carry a doctor's letter and your prescriptions for travel abroad, and check your destination's rules. And never, ever change your medication on your own. Do these things, and you have removed nearly every risk that catches other travelers off guard, while keeping the one thing that matters most, your health, fully protected. Because here's what I want you to hold on to. Living with high blood pressure does not mean the world is closed to you, not even close. It simply means you travel a little wiser, a little more prepared, the way a seasoned traveler does. The pills that keep you well at home can keep you well anywhere on earth, as long as you carry them smartly, manage them carefully, and lean on your doctor and pharmacist as your partners. You have taken care of yourself this long. Now let that same good care travel with you so you can stand on a far shore, healthy and steady, seeing the world you have every right to see. So make that appointment, ask your questions, pack like a pro, and go. Subscribe, because next, I am breaking down everything a traveler over 50 should put in a simple travel health kit, so you are ready for anything, anywhere. Until then, travel prepared, travel well, and take good care of yourself out there.